Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another glorious weekend in the dungeon. I'm slowly getting my stuff together. As you can see, it's 3DO time today. And you might be going, wait a minute, you promised ninjas and stuff last stream, continuing Ninja Gaiden Black. You know what? I did. But, amazing industry legends keep friggin' dying on us. So, today, we're honoring Rebecca Heineman. Porting legend, absolute Chad. Also, co-founder of companies like Interplay. First esports champion of the US. Come on, with the Space Invaders record? Now, what's happening here, apart from the Interplay logo, which is great, Wolfenstein 3D is one of the best ports on the 3DO. In fact, I maintain this is the best version of the game to play. Period. That's it. I've always felt that way since playing it. The next one we'll be playing in the afternoon is perhaps their most infamous work, but we'll get there. We're going to focus on the good stuff, put our best foot forward first. Because when Burger worked on this port, Burger was one of their nicknames because they were the Lord of Crunch. When they worked on this game, they had these things that they did not have in the next game we'll be playing, in time and resources. This was a properly managed product, and boy, you'll see it. Winter says, coming for you! The Super Nintendo Wolfenstein. Yes, they changed all the things, so they couldn't be German anymore. So we couldn't have them go, Guten Tag! Or, you know, however the boss shows it to you. But here already, we're seeing why this port is better than even the Steam version. Because right down here, look at this. We've got the original PC campaign in its entirety. And the console levels from the other ports, like the Super Nintendo and the Jaguar. All in one package. All with the enhanced graphics, the enhanced music. This, folks, this is how you do a port. Why can't they do more stuff like this? Only Night Dive does stuff like this anymore. I think we're gonna go with Bring 'Em On, because it's been a hot minute since I played, and I've never actually played the console levels, which is what I've chosen for fun. Morning, good morning, Alex. Welcome. Great to have you as always. Also, welcome, Winters. I realize I forgot to. Sorry about that. Now, unlike the Super Nintendo port, they kept that German goodness. No censorship happening here. Winter says the music in this version was really good. I agree. So were the graphics. Honestly, so were everything. This... I'm just going to be gushing about this almost non-stop. Wait. This is not the console levels. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is episode 1 of the normal campaign. Alright, hold on. What we gotta do, because Ooh! New game. Yes, original encounter. Oh, okay, I guess the map just bears a striking similarity. Then perhaps we will start seeing different flower faces on 2. Ow! The cool part would be, since we're playing those extra levels, we'll start running across some of the other extra content that was exclusive to places like the Super Nintendo. For example, the extra weapons and the flamethrower, rocket launcher, and the extra enemies as well. Which I'm having a harder time remembering, because if you think it's been a long time since I played OG Wolfenstein, it's been even longer since I played the Super Nintendo version. I don't have quite the same nostalgia for that version the same way I do, say, Doom on the Super Nintendo. Love the new graphics, too. Also love, in comparison to the Super Nintendo, they leave all of the markings and crests. We don't take away his mustache and call him the Stadtmeister. It's Hitler. You're here to do bad things to Hitler. It's fine. We don't need to censor that. Seems I needed that. At least one of those was a waste. Oh well. Machine gun sounds so good in this version. Love that sound. Keep that ammo coming. Oh yeah, we can hold more ammo than 99 shots. I forgot about that. Winter says, you mean the rocket launcher that shoots through people? Yeah, and the one with no splash damage? Isn't that fucking awesome? That's like one of the best rocket launchers ever. That's the kind that could stop Michael Myers. Maybe. Big maybe on that one. But I suppose if it would just go right through him, he wouldn't give a shit. Okay, maybe that's not the rocket launcher to do it. God damn. What is the upper ammo limit? Kind of shocked we haven't come across any of the yeah, just the SS, the Blue Guards. Where is it? Winter says this actually sounds like an MP40 should. I agree. It certainly sounds a lot better than it does on the DOS version. But there's a laundry list of reasons why I keep saying, have always maintained that this is the best version. Even better than the one that you can currently get off now, just the OG one off of Steam. Absolutely kills it. You know what I would love to see, actually, is Night Dive show love to Wolfenstein the way they've showed it to literally every other first-person shooter that's ever existed. So far, anyway. I mean, they've touched games like Killing Time. Come on. They've remastered the Turok trilogy. All those delicious things they've done with Quake. Heretic, Hexen. Where's Wolfenstein, Night Dive?
Alright!
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 Yeah!
I forgot about the alright. I don't remember hearing that in the PC original. Of course, maybe it just happens in a place I don't hear very often. Yeah, actually. What? X to cancel. What? I have no idea what just happened there. Okay, yeah, this isn't the normal episode 1 level 2 that I was prepared for. We're back in console level county, what the Super Nintendo would have done. Oh yeah, and they're also delineating the floors differently. Instead of going like floor 1, 2, 3, now we're at 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. Just sorted slightly different. Winter says it isn't in the PC, but that run, 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 yeah, is in the PC. I remember that. That's one of the coolest things. I do remember that. I can't think of very many other times off the top of my head where a game being ported to a different platform actually exceeds its original. This is like literally the only one that's coming to mind. Well, maybe. Maybe you could make an argument for, Super Mario 3 on the Game Boy Advance. For adding the one thing Mario 3 was missing in a save feature, and all those extra e-reader levels. The problem with that is, the way to get those levels was stupid. And you didn't get the full breadth of those levels until like the Virtual Console release on the Wii U. And that's because the e-reader cards that these levels came on, only the first wave were sold in North America. Japan got them all, but we got very, very little. So we could only go up to like level 12 of like 50. There was so much content we were missing out on until that Virtual Console release. So where that version needed a correction, I don't think it counts. It added voices, though. Ugh. Actually, I mean, first of all, you are right. It does have the added voices. But actually, in comparison to the two Mario ports that came before it, they dialed the voices back. Like, they are still there, but they're way less prevalent and a little bit easier to swallow. But of course, now we live in a beautiful age where I can put that game on a flash card and then patch the voices out myself and get the game I want. But that's fan mods and stuff. I'm talking about like actual, honest-to-God, official ports. That end up better as ports than the original version where they started. Probably PC at first. Because most of the time, porting's about, like, compromises. Like, when porting the Ninja Turtles arcade game to the NES. Yeah, you're not getting 4 players, and it's an 8-bit game versus 16-bit, so it's not going to look nearly as good. But look at all these extra levels, bad guys, bosses, and music we bring. It's like, you know what? Alright, I'll take that. I mean, of course, at that point, you also got to couple the joy with having that game at home instead of having to go to the arcade to play it. That did a lot of heavy lifting. But, you know, I don't think I could call the NES port of Turtles 2 better. It's good. I played the hell out of it. Huh. Wait. I just thought of another one. It hit me. Shadowgate was an 8-bit PC game, and then when it was ported to the NES, it became a better game. It had better controls, it had better music, and clearer visuals. Somehow. I don't understand what it's asking me to do. Or why P is accepting... Oh, they mean like the P button? See, check this out. This controller has like a pause button. So X, they must mean stop, but that is not an X. That is a stop. Alright, so I just accept. C. Is my level password the letter C? Oh, this music is going hard. I wonder if that means they're about to throw a boss at me. Why is there no dudes? And why is the music going off the shits? Is there a boss coming? Feels wrong to be fighting one before I get a chain gun. Oh. I see.
Yeah!
Yeah! That's a different yeah than we hear in the regular time. Okay, so we're maxed out. Okay, this is definitely, obviously, boss time. Winter says, Double Dragon on the NES is better, in my opinion, despite only being single player. I think you can make a pretty solid case for that. Guten Tag! All right! Fuck you, Hans Grosse. All fall before the might of the chain gun. Aw. I was hoping he was going to do the run-out scene, but no, I suppose we're just going to keep elevating down and down more.
Alright!
I suppose it might have done that scene if I'd been playing the PC original campaign instead of the Super Nintendo Jaguar levels. Where it just says, are we only on boss 3 and a boss already? Neat. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't be expecting a boss until, like, level 8, 9, you know, something like that. Oh, we're already fucking with mutants. At least that's what that wall texture usually means. Well, they don't talk. Normally, I'd be all about that ammo conservation, but if I can carry nearly 300 rounds, that's a bit different than the 99 I'm always trying to hoard in the original. Still got to do those short control bursts, though. Who did that? Who opened that? Where the fuck is that coming from? Somebody's doing door things. Those all look like they ought to be secret entrances. Perhaps a road to more extra lives that don't particularly need yet. I mean, I'm sure the game's probably going to get sweaty out of nowhere. It's good at that. Oh, shit. It's also good at getting the fucking drop on me. No key yet. Ow! I didn't even hear about that other dude. Oh, wow, I'm at 46 health? I mustn't have been paying attention. I gotta find me some health. Oh, hey, a run button. I shouldn't just be figuring that out now. Oh, I see why I can't do that. Because run and open switches my weapons. So I can't run along a wall and do the first-person search. Where is it? Oh, that's much better. That is much better. Oh. We just wrapped around. That's fun. That's where we got the... Alright, alright, alright. That's where we got the key. Now we're good. Now we're good. Glad we were able to get him before he started rolling, because they can be a big pain in the ass when they start, like, chain dodging your attacks. Which is a pain in the ass. I just backed into a med kit I didn't see. Maybe there was some chicken or something. I don't recall seeing a med kit. Do we need another key for that? No, you're an elevator. Thought it was like the different color steel door.
All right.
P. Save your game, P. Okay, so maybe I was wrong about having to deal with mutants. Yet. Of course, you know, having said that, they're probably going to start showing up, like, now. Apparently not, but that's fine. See, this is actually getting a tiny... Woo! I thought I did all the volume checking. There we go. That should be a little better. Sorry about that. I think... Oh, right. It's because my last volume check was for the game we're going to be playing in the afternoon. Spoiler alert, it's Doom. And they have slightly different volume levels than each other. Ooh, floor pie. Yeah, that's right, Winters. Except it didn't lead me into a hole. Thankfully. That part's more of a Quake thing. Ooh, floor chicken. Setting the standard that Frank West would happily follow. Just eating whatever the hell you find on the floor. Which reminds me of a time I was in a boss fight in Dead Rising 2. Off the record.
Yeah.
It's the rocket launcher that shoots through people! Anyway, I was playing that and I ate a rotten burger off the floor in a boss fight because I had no more curative items. And the funniest part was, every time, what it causes you is like nausea, so then you start like throwing up every now and again. And every time my character heaved, he leaned over at exactly the time the boss swung his chainsaw, so every time he was sick, he dodged by accident, and I ended up winning the fight. Just throwing up everywhere. So great. Oh, this one doesn't go through people. Oh wait, that did. I guess it goes through them when they get killed. Because he took that first shot, like, right in the face. But that second shot very obviously exploded against the wall after going through him. I love the transparent rocket launcher. Alright, I gotta stop fucking around. Oh! What? Who? Where? Oh! I love that death rattle. Morning, buddy. Good morning, Brad. Welcome. Good to have you as always. Oh, shit. Oh, right. This is a bit different when you just have a pistol. Brad says, this is the first computer game I ever played. Well, the original version was. Oh, that's fucking cool. That's a very good first game to start out with. Jeez, I think the first PC game... what would have been the first PC game that I actually remember playing? That's gotta be something like, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it was Wheel of Fortune. And then there was Cross Country Canada, then Lemmings and Chips Challenge. Still love me some Lemmings and Chips Challenge. That is such a good death scream. Brad says, I specifically remember Dad putting it on Daddy Can I Play mode for me. Well, yeah, so you wouldn't be getting handed like I am right now. I don't have my machine gun no more. I just lost it. Ah, man, the stat bar doesn't change his face nearly as much as Doom does. I had no idea I was already at 54. Dude's face still looks fine. Winter says, Cross Country Canada! Also, I miss One Must Fall. Insane music. Oh, that game had such good music. That's one of those things where you get, like, you're buying a soundtrack and getting a free game. The game's not very good, but that soundtrack is just top-notch. That's going to be in my head for pretty much the rest of the day now. Ooh, health! Red says, I feel like the PC face is animated more. You're right, actually, about that. The PC, like, moved his jaw and, like, his cheeks and stuff, too. But this version, we seem pretty restricted and committed to eyebrows. Come to the door. Come on, Hans, go not the single file. Whoa. All right. Now we got a fighting chance back. Wait, if I'm here, that means I'm near the magic rocket launcher. Excellent.
Yeah.
Ah, well, whoa. Okay, I'm starting to think that first time it hit him was more a fluke, because that clearly just went right through him. Great either way. I love the collisionless rocket launcher, except for walls. It's a gift. That would be so... I suppose I was about to say it'd be so overpowered, but, you know, what is a rail cannon if not exactly that? Railgun, rather. Except the railgun's even more instant. God, the railgun is so satisfying. Not bad. In fact, very good. Now we're healthy, we're armed. We're good. Really wish I could have that chain gun back, but I'll settle for this. I'll settle for this. Proto railgun and machine gun. Oh, oh, oh. Almost lost control there. Gotta be very dutiful about picking that ammo up. At least until we get to, like, another boss stage where they always have just dumps of it. And, you know, you'd want it for that. It's crazy how much more detailed the sprites are in this version than the original. Hell yes. Achtung! Wow. Leftover health? Aw, crap. I shouldn't have used that term. I shouldn't have said it aloud. I have now welcomed death. Question is, how deep into the level will he allow me to get? Before obviously making me start again.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back in business completely. Ah, the other colored steel door I thought we were facing before. Okay. Wait a minute. Sure it wasn't in here? Alright, fine. We'll go looking out in the rest of the maze. Whoa! I bet you're in here somewhere. Because you're still full of enemies. And other people fucking with the door. But not yet fucking with me. So very suspicious. Whatever. Wait. Oh, hello. That's right, single file, Hans. Das ist gut. This room feels like it's got a key in it. Bastard. Aha! I was right. Alex says, "Heyo." That's right. Perfect. Now, where the hell did I come in? Aha! Wait. Wait. Aha. No. We're not going to run in too many circles. Yet. If we can at all help it. No stragglers? Good. Fully health, fully gunned. That's a great way to end a level. One of these days, I'm going to read up on how that actually works. This is deeply foreboding music, and that must mean it's a boss music. Winter says, Return to Castle Wolfenstein was such an amazing return to Wolf, even if Rob Zombie was the final boss. I think that was just a fun cherry on a sundae. But yeah, Return to Castle Wolfenstein is honestly my favorite Wolfenstein of them all. There's just so much good about it. That is something I would actually very much enjoy playing for the channel.
Achtung!
Achtung! That game was also good, like, no matter where you played it. Like on, if you were playing it on PC, obviously it was amazing. If you were playing the Xbox port, you got, I'm pretty sure most of the PC, some of it was a little bit streamlined, but you also got an expanded, like, intro content. It was cool. It was cool. Of course, it couldn't look nearly as good, but, you know, that's the price consoles usually pay. Not all console ports can be magic like this game. That does manage to look better than the source. Carnivorous Giraffe says, Holy cannoli, Batman! Hell yeah, Wolfenstein! That's right, Carnivorous. Also, welcome. Good to have you. The dogs are still dogs, unlike the Super Nintendo version when they had to be changed to, like, giant rats that make very strange, like... I can't even really, like, imitate the sound. It's like rubber squeaking or something? Like, I don't know. It's really, really funny. It's one of those, you see the enemy and you're like, what the hell is that? And then you drop it and you're like, what the hell was that? Then they're just funny. I heard the dog, but I don't see him. It was clear as day. I really, really want them to put this version on Steam. Or just like I was saying earlier. Why hasn't Night Dive shown Wolfenstein its dues?
All right.
I mean, if they're willing to remaster Killing Time for the 3DO, and I'm glad that they did, truly I am, because I am a big preservationist of the FPS genre. But if they can find time to preserve Killing Time, they could show Wolfenstein some love. They've had nothing but the golden touch with every other id Software game they've touched, and non-id Software games. Like Power Slave. Played that on the channel. Loved it. Carnivorous says, why wouldn't they use dogs? And Winter says, 'cause Nintendo. And that's exactly correct. That is exactly correct. The things that Nintendo made id remove from Wolfenstein for the Super Nintendo put them off from working together again. Until some crazy person got Doom working on the Super Nintendo. Like, okay, you know what? Maybe this isn't so bad. Because, you know, Doom didn't have the compromises that Wolfenstein did. Nintendo made them remove our friend's mustache here and his symbol. And instead of, you know, being Hitler, he's the Stadtmeister. And, I can't remember. I don't think they call the enemy army the Third Reich. They just call it the Axis. But, you know, minimize that. All the blood's been removed. The dogs are giant toy rats. It is truly something. So to experience those levels as we are here, but with proper visuals and graphics, you're like, okay, you know what? These levels are actually pretty cool. All because of Mortal Kombat. But Nintendo learned very quickly from Mortal Kombat, players want the gravy. So, they're like, you know what? We're not going to do that anymore. We'll leave it up to the ESRB, which is why Doom was not censored, and Mortal Kombat 2 was not censored. Turns out when the Sega Genesis version of Mortal Kombat outsold the Super Nintendo by a ratio of like 3-to-1, because one had the blood and the other did not, it had sweat, which is more gross. Alex says, man, poor doggo. Yeah, you feel a little bit bad, but they are trying to kill me, so... You just... Ugh. It's war. War is hell, man. Never says lol at alternate universe Wolfenstein. I would love for that to just show up in like a... Again, I'm thinking somewhere between, like, you know, how Night Dive remasters things, or... What was that? Did I touch a cable? Whatever. It's still working. Or like the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, where all the different ports are like fully on display. Though to be fair, Night Dive's port of Quake and Quake 2 included rebuilds of the N64 ports. And they were by far my favorite parts of their Quake remasters.
Yeah!
But yeah, uncensored, this is the kind of game that the Super Nintendo could have had. What it did get ultimately was fairly decent. Like, it ran fine, but it's... Come on, man. It's easy to see why somebody would be put off by it. Carnivorous says, I heard the Legacy Collection was ill-received. As someone who has the Legacy Collection, I can confirm that I did see a lot of people receiving it not well. But, how can I put this? Their priorities are a little bit different than mine, because what most of their frustration is coming from the online experience, which right now is not very good. And I totally get that. I totally get that. But for the most part, I buy these collections to play them myself. And that's how they get enjoyed 90% of the time. An offline collection? Great. The only thing that I don't like about the collection is I look at some of the things of what's there, and it makes me unable to not focus on, like, what isn't there, right? Like, for example, they've got the Sega Game Gear port of Mortal Kombat 1. And I'm a big Game Gear guy, because that's how I grew up with them. But they don't have the Game Gear version of Mortal Kombat 2. I don't understand that. There's no home ports of Mortal Kombat 4, despite the arcade game being in the collection. I don't understand that. Why we only got one version of Mortal Kombat Trilogy? Well, okay, you know what? I know why we didn't get the DOS version, because that's currently for sale separately on GOG.com, but the N64 version should have been there with the PS1 version. Though I appreciate that they took the time to re-optimize the PS1 version so load times are no longer an issue. But there's still 64-specific things that I would have wanted to experience again. Like how they mushed the two Sub-Zeros into a single Sub-Zero, and he's OP as fuck. I missed that. Also, the hidden character is different in Chameleon. Carnivorous Giraffe says, I'm still playing MK1. It's good. Not amazing, but good. You mean the new MK1? Or, like, OG MK1? I fucking hate naming conventions nowadays. Drive me batty. If you're talking about modern MK1, yeah, I agree. It's good. Not amazing, but good. Certainly not worth the DLC price kind of makes me balk, you know. I wanted the other seasons, but I'm like, dude, that's the price of the base game. Your DLC shouldn't cost what the base game does. After that, I pretty much dropped it, even though, you know, I was having a pretty okay time jamming Omni-Man. He was a fun guest. Winter says, I wish we got the N64 version of Trilogy. I agree. I agree. That's like one of the sorest spots of like what isn't in that collection. But, you know, as for what's actually in the collection, when I focus on what it is instead of what it isn't, I thoroughly enjoy it. Like, I've been going pretty mad trying to get some of the achievements because it's fun. It's fun. And I'm such a regular combat player anyway. What's been most fun for me is watching people meet the AI for the first time. You know, I'm a guy who literally beats Mortal Kombat 2 every Friday on his 1-up. But, new players are just like, what the fuck is this cheating AI? I'm like, ha 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 ha, welcome. It's notorious. It's awful. It's really, there's nothing like it. Hey guys, hey Sarah, what's going on? Welcome, good to have you. Wonderfully in time for Nazi blasting shenanigans. Okay, lots of...
Yeah!
This is definitely a boss stage. You don't arm and health up the player like this without throwing a boss at them. Winter says, when they fix the online, I'm looking forward to you kicking my ass as per usual growing up. Honestly, I'm looking forward to that. There we go. Sorry, that was bothering my back. But I'm looking forward to that too. But that reminds me of another feature that I'm glad that they're adding it to the Legacy Collection, but it should have been there in the first place in being able to play against people from your friends list. Why couldn't you do that? Why couldn't you do that? I want to play with my friends. Thank you. Alex says, talk about AI. Why do the RE4 villagers have aimbot? Oh, because they just do. They can tell you whatever they want, and unless you know Spanish, you're just going to be lost. I suspect they're shouting out their aimbot code, but in Spanish. So there's not much playing Dump Kingdom. Isn't that game fantastic? I think I'm like 10 hours in now. I'm just loving every minute of it. It reminds me of so much classic RPG. It's like you took a lot of my favorite RPGs from like the Super Nintendo and Game Boy Advance, threw them in a blender, and this wonderful thing is what comes out. Where the hell is the boss? I heard him say die. I hear him fucking with the doors. Alex says, and Mortal Kombat combos. Oh, the AI is so flagrantly cheating when it comes to combos. I mean, honestly, it flagrantly cheats when it comes to even the basics. The amount of instances where just like, excuse me, I had that. It's like, no, you didn't. Frame perfect counters all day. No, you didn't. Sarah says, it's such a cute game. I love it. I dig all the garbage puns and stuff, too. It just really works. Winter says, you're all welcome. And he's right, too. He's the one who gifted it to me. So once again, thank you, Winters. Come on, where is that stupid key? I want in that room so I can replenish myself. Shadow and Friends Gaming says, did I time travel or something? Nah. Just a bit of a rug pull today. No big deal. Winter says, Transgrasse. Nice. I was wondering if that was Transgrasse. Oh, right. I was thinking this version threw Gretelgrasse at you first. And I couldn't get a good enough look at their face to say. But you're right. That was Transgrasse.
Achtung!
Achtung! You killed him. I did. With my magic rocket launcher that goes through people. Gotta love the twofer. Oh, I am just that low on ammo, you say? I bet this is where that other key is. Look at that. And yeah, this was just nothing but death. Good. Now let's see if that key was worth the price. I mean, as long as it has at least one medkit, I'm sure it will be. Oh, yeah. This is what we need. Now, I was really almost positive that was basically an ammo closet. Or maybe that's you. Yes, you're the ammo closet. I'm just mistaken.
Yeah.
All right, we are ready to rock and riot. Shadow says your character ain't looking so hot. We got him back in shape. Whoa, what's that? Okay, maybe there's that... I can't tell if that's happening on my TV or not. What I'm experiencing, well, on my TV, the signal's just cutting in and out, but by the time I think to check my stream display, it's already restored, so I don't see if there's any blips happening or whatever. If those are, sorry about that. Don't know what that is. We'll just blame it on the fairies of original hardware. I hear my 3DO lasering its way through the disc. Also, welcome, Shadow. Forgot to. Or maybe I didn't. I don't know. Shadow says, it's that time of year again. Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and Christmas. Oh yeah, that lovely triple combo. Oh, the holidays are such a jam-packed logistics nightmare. Thank goodness we all get some time off during that, for the most part. Usually. Winter says, looks all good on my end. Okay, so it's probably just something on my display, and that's fine. The zombies I thought we were going to be facing. Man, they chew health away quickly. Thank God I'm starting this level with a chain gun. What was that? Oh, do I just bark like a dog when I eat dog food? I mean, I guess that makes sense. Makes as much sense as anything. I'm gonna pay attention for that next time I see dog food to pick up. Alex says, woohoo, holy days, aka prep for exams. Oh, exams are tough. I'm done most of mine. There's still one more, a couple more things I gotta get done. Shadow Friend says, on Thanksgiving, Nintendo will be charging the $64 pre-order for Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. 64. Oh, I suppose that's better than their usual price. I also hear that Costco's are apparently just doing that to prices. Like, they were selling Donkey Kong Bonanza for 64 bucks. I still haven't played Metroid Prime Remastered yet due to funds. That's understandable. Metroid Prime 1 Remastered is an absolute masterpiece. And Prime 1 remains my favorite game in the trilogy. Oh no! I knew there was something back there. Ow, ow, ow. Where are these fucking guys hiding? Well, as long as we can still health up, it's okay. Shit, I just wasted a medkit. Damn. Well, at least we still have these ones. Shadow says the battle with Ridley is amazing. It is. It's one of the coolest fights of the game. Honestly, every fight in that game is so cool. That's one thing that the Prime games actually seem to do pretty consistently well, no matter how much I end up feeling as a whole about a game. Like, for example, Prime 2, excellent game. Lot of things that make me prefer Prime 1, but the boss fights are not one of them. Those are some seriously boss fights. Like, when you're fighting Quadraxis, that's a hell of a fight. Getting flanked. Alex says, I am proud to say I've beaten Resident Evil 4 Remake without gun upgrades and starter guns. Of course, my patience ran out on Sadler. I was one more eye before winning, so I RPG'd him on my 4th attempt. That's still a starter gun. You didn't modify the RPG. I say it counts. Also, congratulations. Good job. That is no joke. Aha!
Yeah!
I'll take it. Now, did I already go up here? So many guns! I suppose that'll come in handy if I end up getting just friggin' walloped. Which, you know, has happened. I've already been here. And here. I think I've cleared out most of this entire wing. But then in that case, where the hell's the key? Or at the very least, the elevator. This is just the starting area. Shadow says, I hope Prime 4 Beyond is worth the $59.9 plus tax. This will mark the third game I bought from Nintendo for my Switch this year. Well, the best part about that is, usually those first-party games have enough that they make it worth your while. And they'll last you. I can't remember when I started my recent new playthrough of Tears of the Kingdom, but it's gonna be a while before I see the end of that game again. So sadly, it was on hardcore. I don't think I wish to touch professional because I tend to have a problem called dying a lot. I understand. That's a very common problem on professional. It's fraught with that. First being Silk Song, second being Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Well, as I understand, those are some baller choices. I definitely hear lots of great things about Silk Song, though I've not played it myself. And I hear similarly wonderful things about Sonic Cross World Racing. Or Racing Cross World, or however that is. Richards asks, is there a map in this version? There is not. I get a pause button, and I get a menu button. I get no map. Oh, there's a living guy. Well, living subjective. Zombies. Ah, you're thinking you're smart. I was like, is there another one? Of course there is. Of course there is. Why wouldn't there be? Oh, okay, no, I guess we're still going in the right direction. It's the most universal way of knowing whether or not you're finding enemies. Down you go. Ooh, the flamethrower. Yeah. I can't remember if this also goes through people or not. That's what we're gonna find out. I recognize that sprite. That's the explosion from Doom. It's being used as the rocket launcher flame here. Oh, it sure does go through people. I fucking love the weapons in this game. Yeah, dog food. Does he growl? You do growl when you eat the dog food. Okay, that's a fun little detail. I don't think I've noticed that before.
All right.
Wolfendoom! Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of cross-pollination. That actually reminds me, it goes even farther in other ports. For example, the pistol seen here still looks, you know, Wolfenstein-y, but if you're playing this on the Jaguar, the pistol borrows a lot from Doom's pistol. And the Spear of Destiny ended with, you know, trying to wrestle the spear out of the hands of hell from demons. So maybe the Doom Wolfenstein connection goes deeper than we know. Sooner than we think.
Yeah.
Look, I'll take it. At least it was instant, little dude. Halt! You're supposed to go down quicker. Ah! Come on. There we go.
Yeah.
Winter says, I'm curious what the fake Hitler's enemy laugh sounds like. I loved that clip in the PC version. Oh man, me too! He's just, oh! Yeah, that's... I hope we get there. Alex says, oh yeah, I've got to ask, what arena in Doom Eternal do you want to experience again for the first time? Just arena. That's really tough. There's so many good fights in that game. I might be cheating, but I wished I saw the OG Slayer Gate in the Holt. Oh my god! I remember the OG Slayer Gate in the Holt. For a while, I might have avoided that gate after having successfully completed it. Like, no, I don't need to do that again. 2 possessed marauders with ever-spawning carcasses? Ooh, the salt was very, very real. You know what? In that end, I think I'm going to have to say the Slayer Gate in the Ark Complex. Because that was when the game started serving out the only thing they fear is you. That's when your arsenal just got its ballista, and the game starts really taking off. And if you're in that Slayer Gate, that's when it starts introducing you to, like, the Cyber Demon and the rest of the classic enemies, and it all just took off at that moment for me. And I would love to experience that for the first time again. I keep finding my way back to the beginning of the stage. Well, at least some of these loops are leading me back into some health. I'm just never a fan of having ever-spawning stuff like carcasses. Especially like carcasses. Oh my god, that fight was a fucking nightmare. Especially on Nightmare. Solid pick. Oh, thank you. I think so. It's hard to recreate a moment like that in an experience. Sarah says, fuck yes, I finally killed the fridge mimic. That thing was a pain in the ass. Oh, you just wait. There are things I'm finding that I've underestimated them, we'll say. I've seen that failure screen quite a bit. I like that ominous message with the 8-ball. But, will you play again? Yeah, I guess I will. Kind of reminds me of like one of the bad endings in Chrono Trigger where it just shows the world and it goes black and white. It's like, and the world refused to change. And then everything starts exploding because Lavos is Armageddon. I love that dog food makes you bark like a dog. That's just so great. I don't doubt it. Yeah, just prepare thoroughly. And my god, make use of the shops. Items you're going to want to have on hand, Sarah, are jumper cables. Think of those as Phoenix Downs. Never says, it just occurred to me there's no chain gunner enemy in Doom Eternal. Weird. There sort of is in the DLC. Like, they call him the Riot Soldier, and his shield just can't be broken. Period. You have to get him by putting explosions behind him. He's close. We'll call him the Timu chain gunner. Alex says, I mean, yeah, but no, but sadly, yeah, pretty much. That's a pretty great summary of exactly what I tried to make an explanation of. Sort of, but not really. I can tell you we've got them in the Dark Ages. They accomplish their goals as chain gunners. They make me very, very frustrated. Sarah says, yeah, I've used a couple already. Yeah, I didn't realize what they were until a little bit later. I don't know why it took me so long to just, open my eyes and read the inventory. But once I realized that I was sitting on a bunch of those, I was like, oh my god! And that made, the actual difference against a boss I'd found in a hidden zone on the overworld map. Which was such a pleasant surprise to find that could even be a thing. Like, I was just wandering around from the objective, and then suddenly it would just be like, you found a hidden area. I'm like, excuse me, what? I'd go in and fight some deranged enemies, get some neat items. It's just such a great time. Right, we've already been through that part. Yes, that's all this part currently offers. You had nothing but ammo. You're just three... Oh! Whoa! Whoa! Where did all those come from? Holy shit! Oh, crap. Now we're back in Pistol County. This is gonna need some planning. Alright, good. Good start. Alex says, gosh, I love the face in the HUD. So fucking stupid. Isn't it great? Just nervously twitching around. Showing us the clear start of the Doom Guy bloodline. So, oh, right. This. God, there's a lot of mutants that way. I need a bit more bullets before I start fucking with that corridor. Wasn't there some here? Hell yes. Perfect. That's actually exactly what I needed. Says, this reminded me, I have yet to play the Dark Ages. Soon, though, in 2030, when PS5s cost less than a dime. Or a Steam box on 30 FPS. You'd be surprised how consistently it runs now. Especially since they've done recent handheld optimizations. It's night and day better. It's still not 60 FPS, make no mistake. But it runs so good. And who knows? Maybe the Steam machine, when it comes out, might yet be a reasonable price. Lots of speculation indicating the opposite, but a man can dream, can he not? But, you know, stuff like that makes me wonder. I'm like, okay, if we can optimize Dark Ages well enough to run as good as it does in the Steam Deck, where's the PS4 version? I don't think they'd think that's viable, but I say it would run pretty close to the same. So why not? Why hold people back? Aw, come on. One of you opened, I know it. There we go.
Yeah.
Excellent. Now, if we find a chain gun, we'll be cooking. For half a second there, I hit the wrong fire button. Like, you know, the fire button suddenly changed within the last, like, 40 seconds or so. RTX just keeps it on a leash, and the PS4 is an old fart nowadays. Yeah, it's true. Both of these things are a shame. Of course, I was against the mandated ray tracing from the start. Winter says, I mean, Doom 3 was on the original Xbox. And it was good, too. So, well, that's what I'm saying, man. The way the Dark Ages runs on the Steam Deck is very comparably satisfying to an ambitious port like that. Of course, RE4 Remake can run just fine for some reason. Oh, you've already said why. It's because of the forced RTX. You don't have that in RE4 Make. But you do have it in the Dark Ages. Right. I guess now it's time to start fucking with Zombie County. For crying out loud, Doom Eternal was ported on a Nintendo Switch. It's true, it was, and I put like 1,000 fucking hours into it because it was portable. Portability and convenience are absolutely the kings. For me. And, you know, numbers like that prove it. They also explain why I'm just fine playing Dark Ages at 30 FPS on Steam Deck. I mean, how else am I going to play it on the bus? You literally can't. I am running myself in so many unique circles. I just lap back here again. Alex says, oh, well, at least I can mod my PS4 as soon as they pull the plug on it. No rules against the lawless. That's the best part about the end of life of consoles. What you can truly do without fear with mods. Some of that stuff is super outstanding. Like, Quake 2 being ported by users to the 3DS. For a while, that was how I played Quake 2 portably, but then, you know, Night Dive answered my prayers. Now I'm able to play that perfectly cromulently on my Switch and my Steam Deck. I didn't break the law, I am the law! Love that movie. Obviously not as good as the Carl Urban one, but it has its own unique charm. Okay, so we're not going to take that door this time. There we go. Here I am wondering, why isn't the door opening? It's probably because dogs are not exactly known as good door openers. For the most part, anyway. I'm sure some can and have been trained to do that and more. I remember I bought myself a replacement battery and fan with the intention of fixing up my launch Nintendo Switch, which sounds like a dying car when I turn it on because of how much Modern Doom I played on it. And my intention would have been to mod it since I moved on to my Zelda Edition OLED. But then I got a Steam Deck, and it literally does everything I want to do. So I'm like, well, why mod? Why mod? This thing literally does everything I was going to mod a Switch to do, and it's more powerful. So that original Switch is still languishing. I never got around to swapping the parts anyway. I really should have. Shadow says, I miss the pre-mobile gaming era. Playing console and handhelds were the best. Still are the best. Still are the best, but I agree with you. Unfortunately, most of the practices discovered there contributed to the general enshittification of all that we see now. Farrell says, maybe it sounds like maybe it needs a new fan. Oh, it needs more than that, Farrell. Also, welcome. Great to have you, as always. No, that, like, if I put the Switch flush on a table, it doesn't sit flush. Like, the battery is actually, like, expanding and warping, and you can see that, like, externally on the Switch's shell. Again, from spending so much time docked playing Modern Doom. And that's only because it was convenient and portable. I had a PC strong enough to do... I still have a strong PC strong enough to do it right. And it's still happening. Like, I've got a 4090 now, my newest build. And that runs Dark Ages, obviously, A1. But where do I spend 90% of my time playing it? Steam Deck. Convenience is king. Alex says, shittification is the best way to explain some game companies. Yeah, like Ubisoft. EA? Honestly, most of the time, the bigger the company, the deeper the shittification rot goes. Alex says, Choft, Supercell, Nintendo, and many more. It's true. All in the grand pursuit of things. This is why indie gaming will save us all. Go down! There we go. morning. Good morning, Farrell. Ah. Oh, wait. No. That's that thing. You eat the dog food, you bark like a dog. I thought that sound was another dog becoming aware of me, so I thought there was a secret wall being tripped. There was going to be another dog ambush. Carnivorous says AAA gaming is dead. It's easy to see why that's so easy to believe, frankly. All you need to do is play like the tiniest slice of what modern day gaming has to offer, and you'd be like, yeah, this isn't fun. Or this doesn't look like it was made for its intended fan base. Like I'm not a Call of Duty player, for example. But I see recently they having like this giant Michael Rooker kaiju battle amidst all the other unfortunate AI content they're being forced to put up with. Like, they're mad, and I understand. I understand. Every day I'm so glad that when Activision tried to buy id Software said, fuck yourselves, and left. Farrell says, those dogs defy the laws of physics. Everything defies the laws of physics in this strange dungeon. The Nazi dungeon. I am still very much beholden to the laws of physics. For now. Now, shouldn't one of those have theoretically given me the blue key? Farrell asks, what is the exact definition of a AAA game? I would say one that is, that has had more money than sense put into its development, and is developed largely by committee with some of the most offensive practices put in an effort to entrap normies. By that I mean nickel and diming them, for example. Cutting the game up into tiny paywall segments instead of just having a complete game. Requiring live service elements. Aha! Wait! This is where I got killed last time! Shit! I think the having more money than sense dumped into its development is one of the single biggest things. Good example of that, look at Star Wars Outlaws. Look at the newest Assassin's Creed. Look at the train wreck that is Call of Duty. All of those games, way more money than sense. Not enough intelligent questions were asked. Another contributing factor would definitely be bloat. Because, you know, some games, the credits, well, you know, they feel like they have their own credits. And it's just crazy the amount of people that end up, like, on a team. Carnivorous says, games made by committee is a great way to make a dog shit game. The algorithms say we need more QuickTime events. Exactly. So it just keeps following popular trends. Farrell says, that's why I mainly stick with Nintendo for big modern releases. That's totally understandable. Like, All In this year, I think the only major release that I've gotten... Doom the Dark Ages. I think everything else I've picked up this year has been indie. or received. Or at the very least, smaller scale production. Like, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, for example. That's not a AAA game. That was a small team, nice and focused, indie studio that just happened to be given the Ninja Gaiden license. And that was an excellent game. That was an excellent way to get the back of my head blown out. I never thought I'd reach the point of organically feeling bad for the Call of Duty players, but here I am. Totally understanding why they're so upset. I'm totally with them. And I'm not even a fan of their games. Farrell says, my favorite thing by far from Capcom for the last 20 years was Mega Man 11. Fucking preach, my man. That was an absolutely outstanding game. Trying to think if anything else of them has really got my eye that wasn't a remake of some kind. And I'm coming up bupkis. Because I obviously have played stuff by them in recent times. RE2 make, RE3 make, RE4 make, Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. There's a pattern here, I'm sure. But yeah, the last new effort, Mega Man 11, and that was so good. So good. I was slowly working up to that on the channel. I think we left off on 10? Did we beat 9? Yeah, we beat 9. I can't remember if we also beat 10. I'll have to check my playback again. But God, that was such a good time. I replayed that until I had it, like, as well memorized as, like, Mega Man 2 or 4. Love that game. Sarah says, I've discovered the hidden zone. Oh! Well, here's a minor addendum for you. That is a hidden zone. I have found 3. So there's more. There's many more than just a hidden zone. The map is rife. Keep exploring. Carnivorous says, people are raging against the new Black Ops. My response to that is, who the fuck is still playing Call of Duty? Well, enough people that they keep making these games. And that, you know, again, I'm not a Call of Duty fan, but if I were being served a game that was so far outside of my interests, I'd be like, what is this? What even is this? Like, I remember seeing somebody posting a comparison image where they had the top image was the icon of Sin from Doom Eternal. And then the bottom image was the giant Michael Rooker from the new Call of Duty. And one person commented, I believe they're a Call of Duty player, they're like, this is exactly correct. I don't play Doom Eternal because that's not the kind of game I'm here to play. But here I am with Doom Eternal in my Call of Duty. Stop that! Like, look, I get that. I wouldn't want Call of Duty in my Doom Eternal. So, like, I get where they're coming from. I totally get it. But, you know, I've never been a Call of Duty player. Never. So, as far as who still plays that, not me. Not me. Sarah says, of course, I just found the first one. Ah, yes. Use caution in there. Because some of those hidden areas have really tough things in there. The giant Michael Rooker. Yeah, like I saw video clips. At first I'm like, there ain't no way this is real. Like this has to be something out of like Sora. Where they were like, make a Doom Eternal a Call of Duty. And no, it's a real game where I'm looking at the screenshots going, excuse me? Just making Tim Allen sounds. Tim Allen sounds intensifying. Come on. We've almost found the gold key. And then I can just get fucking obliterated getting the steel key after that. come out to me. Or don't. You're not doing the single file, Hans? Oh, the dog got in the way. The real question is, will Activision learn from their failure? Will they take into account the feedback of their audience the way id Software does? The answer is obviously no. I'm not positive their publisher will allow that. Activision's not exactly known for allowing leeway. You're the way, right? Yes. Yes. Okay. Now there's weapons here? All necessary. Sarah says, Call of Duty doesn't appeal to me at all. When I'm gaming, I don't want to know nothing from no one, unless I actually know you. Totally get that. Once I'm gaming, usually I'm like, well, you know, once I'm personally gaming, we'll say, not stream gaming, I'm just like, nope, I'm burrowed in my hole like a tick. I'm in the UAC facility and there is nothing else here. Carnivorous says, I feel like Call of Duty has been working off the same dwindling fan base it's had since 2003. It's not gaining fans, and it's just not losing them. That could be true, but the new game might be responsible for losing a bunch. I know refunds are in massively huge numbers, possibly even record numbers. So that's got to be hitting them like a cold, wet trout. But, you know, I think there's something to be said for that. Just existing off of a singular fan base that there's just no way on God's green earth it's growing. World of Warcraft, I imagine, is pretty much the exact same thing. Because I just can't fathom still paying money to play that game. And with so many better alternatives that cost less, like, I don't know, Guild Wars? That doesn't require a monthly subscription. How is anybody a new World of Warcraft player? I don't get it. I just don't get it. 'Tis not for me. Must be careful, because here is just about when I ended up getting killed the last, like, 4 or 5 times. But apparently I keep earning enough extra lives that I haven't even noticed. Back in the day, I did try World of Warcraft, and I understand its appeal to a limited degree. Because I love the world of Azeroth, and I loved exploring it. I don't like paying monthly for the privilege. I think I was out before the Burning Crusade, like the first DLC. I'm like, no. No one game should ever cost me this much goddamn money. Goodbye to all of this. Very easy to give up. Ow! There. Now, we're not going to get completely obliterated by them because we remembered to exercise a little bit of caution. Universe asks, are you excited for Elder Scrolls 6? Sounds like we're going to Hammerfall. I'll be excited when I see a little bit more evidence that it exists. Because, I mean, it was announced so long ago with absolutely no updates. At this point, it feels like a hoax. An elaborate hoax. And then when it finally does come out, who knows what kind of state that's going to be. Like for how long some of us have been waiting for Metroid Prime 4. And then, of course, that new character got introduced, which really, really made me not receptive to buying the game at launch, we'll say. Okay, one of these doors is going to lead me out. I think it's this one. Yes, it is. Who just shot? I swear I heard somebody taking a shot at me. All right. Exit. And honestly, though, I'm still chewing on Elder Scrolls games that I haven't played yet. Like, would you believe I'm only recently getting around to playing Oblivion? I mean, I've played a ton of Skyrim, but I pretty much went right from Daggerfall... No, wait, no. I did do a little bit of Morrowind. And then to Skyrim. I just skipped Oblivion completely, and then I received the remaster as a gift. It's funky. It is certainly of its time. But I can appreciate it for what it is.
Yeah!
Hell yes. We needed that restock since we died so many fucking times on this level. Phil says Marvel Prime 4. Yeah. Yeah. How did I see that best summarized with that character? Yellow paint that talks to you. That is so thoroughly unpleasant sounding, but I think they kind of nailed it. I just hope he's a tiny part of the game, or there's a way to turn him off or shoot him or something. Universe says the Oblivion remaster is awesome. Yeah, and I'm surprised at how well it runs on the Steam Deck. Right now, I've got a character who specializes in hitting things, and I've got this magic spell that helps me when I close the distance, where I drain all of their stamina, and for every 1 point of stamina I absorb, the enemy takes a point of fire damage. So they just become incapacitated and drop while burning from the inside out. It's great. I just walk up, touch them, and then when they're falling, I just bludgeon them to death with a sledgehammer, assuming they haven't already cooked from the spell. Sarah says, I love Skyrim. Who doesn't love Skyrim, honestly? Everyone's had their own completely unique experience. It's a wonderfully fun world to explore, and if you were playing on PC, you had a whole different game. Suffice to say. Playing it on the PS3 is an absolute jam, though. Just like, nope, this is me in the adventure. Not unlike, a game like the first Legend of Zelda. But if you're running mods like I was, you have like a sidekick Pinkie Pie spitting fireballs at people, and you need that kind of offense when you go to like the Valley of the Terminators, or the cave that has the alien xenomorphs in it. Hell of a game. And who could forget being chased by Dragon Macho Man Randy Savage?
Farrell says, Metroid needed more characters, just not those characters. I agree, Farrell. And you know what's a good example of that actually being pulled off? Prime 2. I mean, they've got some of the surviving Galactic Federation troops. Or, God, what? Prime 3. Even better example. You've got a full cast. And granted, I didn't care about any member of that cast. Not one of them got on my nerves the way this new guy has already. But we'll see. We'll see. It would be so great to be wrong and this just be such a non-thing. But if it's not a non-thing, then that's not good news for me. That's not good news for me. Some places are alleging that that's actually going to be a focus mechanic. Like, not necessarily that particular character, but as you go to sectors, you'll be serving a new mouthpiece every time. He just happens to be the first. And that might be true. That sounds possible, but I just need to wait for reviews. Reviews and words from people I trust. Sarah says, I have it on my PS4. Anywhere you have Skyrim's a good place to have it. Because it runs on, well, pretty much everything that anyone could have access to nowadays. Granted, it's not as ubiquitous as Doom. But that's because Doom runs on literally everything. But yeah, no matter what kind of hardware you got, Skyrim's a pretty essential part of everyone's library. Oh shit, that's a ton of mutants. That's it. Eat my magic flamethrower with flames that go through you. At least it's effective. Not many video game flamethrowers can say that, but incredibly Wolfenstein's can. Which reminds me of the flamethrower in Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Outstanding. It still, like, visually looks incredible. And it's effective. That, as we can clearly see, was an example of me missing wildly. Couldn't have whiffed that any harder. Oh, crap. Now I don't have a machine gun. Ho, 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 indeed. Oh, wow. We've finally gotten down to 3 lives. We're no longer at a point where we're earning so much score between every attempt. Okay, that's good to have. But given the law of general entertainment tech now, if you have a device, it runs both Doom and Skyrim. And of course, as always, the superior experiences are on PC where you can employ mods. Carnivorous Giraffe says, the Flamethrower in Helldivers 2 is what sold me on the game at launch. Torching bugs in that game is an experience. One of these days, I'm going to be worn down enough that I might actually take the Helldive. But we'll see. We'll see. I generally do not go with multiplayer-only games, is the thing. I'm a big campaign guy. Without single player, I have difficulty seeing value in a game. The superior flamethrower has air blast to make it travel, of course. How else would we accomplish that? Oh wait, that's an actual dog. Not just the dog food that makes you bark like a dog. Well, if you're at 50, then we'll just take 2. Remember those 3. Okay. Better. Not the best, but better. At least we're armed now. Still don't have that key. Yeah, that just leads back into that lobby. Now, are we sure there's nothing here? That was health. We saw that. Nothing. We saw that. And you're a locked door. You're something we have to come back to. Here I am just running in like it's not possible for me to get ambushed on the way in. Come to Butthead. It never says you can solo maps in Helldivers 2, but the campaign is told through game updates. No true single-player campaign. Oh. Okay, yeah, that's iffy. That's iffy. Someone's gonna have to, like, force the game into my hands. Because like I said, I place a lot of importance on single player. Lot of importance. Come on. Man, they're bullet sponges. But I at least gotta solve this room to get the machine gun. Which is kind of essential for survival. Really? One shot? God damn. Gotta love those occasional random crit hits. Phil asks, isn't Helldivers just drop in, drop out, mindless PvE? Maybe. I hear a lot of different accounts of what that game actually is and isn't. Some have told me it's team-based, awesomeness. Others have told me it's Left 4 Dead. Others have told me it's nothing even resembling that. Or is teamwork a requirement? I think it's supposed to be a requirement, but I have a distinct impression that not everybody thinks it like that. I'm sure friendly fire is a recurring problem, we'll say. Damn, caught me right out. Could have got him with like one more bullet. Maybe I was just spraying too much. Carnivorous says, I play at level 10, and most players at that level go off, kill everything, and then everyone regroups in the end, with occasions of jolly cooperation in between. That doesn't sound like so bad. Just a tiny spot of cooperation. And then people dropping team nukes. Am I seriously already at 5% health? Holy shit. Man. What the hell, zombies? God, I needed that like stupid bad. 5%? Fuck me. I suppose now we're 30. It's not... Still. There's a lot of damage that we shouldn't be... There. Shouldn't be wasting my bullets either. Too bad there's no infighting like in Doom. Yeah, I'd better. Whatever. We'll keep that 50% on stack for later. Stop wasting bullets. We need those. Only 32. Helldivers 2 lets you play however you want. If you're sneaky enough and a sadist, you can achieve goals through stealth. It's stupid, but you can do it. That pesky live element. Alex says, Dan, just join Super Earth. For democracy! Phil says, stealth was never an option. Anyone who's played games with me knows that is exactly the case. Stealth is not an option or consideration that I am all about. Right, this is where it starts getting shit. Oh no, it's happening again. There's a key in there I need is the problem. There must be another weapon or something I can find. Alex says, play with your subs, easy content. That's an option, but you know what? I could also do that with Doom. Which is honestly not a bad idea. I think it would be much easier to get theoretical subs together in a Doom lobby than it would be for a Helldivers one. Just on the sheer virtue that Doom is on everything and it crossplays. Carnivorous says, yeah, I never understood it. Why use stealth when I can drop airstrikes? Exactly, right? Like, as if there's no one to witness you, there's no witnesses. That's just how it works. Save that med kit for now. Phil says, I've seen firsthand Dan's version of stealth playing co-op with him in Far Cry 4. Yep. Oh my god, the shenanigans I got us tangled up to in the whirly-copter. They were the opposite of stealth. Okay, we're not going to open that door because that's even less bullets than we have normally. Phyllis, why haven't you done Doom or Quake with your stream members yet? For shame. Because the idea didn't occur to me until just now. But no, that's a good idea. I like that idea. Farrell says, one of those guys sounds like Homer from the Simpsons arcade game. Yes! Oh, those off-brand voices. That's still such a fun game, the Simpsons arcade. Weirdly, one of Konami's better brawlers. I mean, it gave us rise to their Ninja Turtles brawlers, which are still some of the best. I also like the small Easter egg in there that Marge has bunny ears under her hair. You can see that anytime she gets electrocuted in the game. Boy. Every time he grunts, I also hear, up and at him! Yup. Now the real question is 52 gonna be enough bullets to lay out those zombies? It better be, because I don't think I can scavenge any harder. On average, I was there with like 38. Never anything more than 40, and I was always running dry. Shadow says, happy 30th anniversary Toy Story. Oh man, look, this weekend has been packed with so many wild anniversaries of stuff. Like, my god, I can't keep up with it. I am just one man, but so much cool shit. You know, there was like the release of Predator 2. There was a bunch of stuff. Bunch of stuff. So yeah, Predator 2, Toy Story. A lot of stuff in the past couple of days. And Ever says, that's what you should do. We should play some Shredder's Revenge. That is an excellent idea. That is something that explicitly caters to that as well. Also, being 6 players. Yes, sir. Phil says, oh, Toy Story. Should have ended at 3. And even 3 wasn't great. I lament I have to agree with you. 3 was fine. Like, it was serviceable for a Toy Story movie, which kind of by de facto makes it better than a lot of its other contemporaries, which kind of gives it a bit of an unfair edge, perhaps. But, yeah, compared Toy Story 3 to 1 or 2, and it just doesn't hit the same, or hold up as well. Lotso was a pretty good villain, though. And that ending in the furnace. That was pretty strong stuff. Toy Story 3 closed out Andy's arc. That's true. That's another important part. But that's why I'm glad Toy Story 3 wasn't, like, bad, you know? So, like, you could just say, like, yeah, it was the weakest of the trilogy. Well, but still pretty damn good movies. There's more than one? I get what you mean. I'm the exact same way about The Land Before Time. Which, of course, makes, you know, buying DVD versions of that movie tough. Because frequently they bundle it with, like, every other sequel that I just don't... Of course there's more. Of course there's more. I let my guard down because I finally toppled that crowd, and we saw that was not the right play. At all. Ned Beatty was Lotso. Okay, I'm not familiar with the rest of his work. I'm sure if I saw some examples, I'd be like, oh yeah, that guy. But the name's not ringing very many bells right now. Clearly, ammo is going to be the big decider of whether or not this part has survived. Okay, 91 health. That's better than last time we took on that room and ended up with 5% health? God! Give me my machine gun. We'll save that, because I'm sure I'll need it. After irritating some zombies. Excellent. Not a fan of how much that cost. Still got lots of health to spare. Question is, are we going to survive long enough to be able to come back to it? Phil says, The Land Before Time is such a legit fucking good movie. It actually frustrates me that his legacy is lol series with over a dozen sequels. Dude, I'm right there with you. Like, that movie is genuinely so fucking good. But then, literally, all everyone remembers is, like, what part are we up now? Like, 17? Where's The Land Before Time, the big sleep? That's what people are waiting for this time. But that first movie, there's just something about it. I mean, there's many things about it. It's beautiful, it's earnest, it's heartfelt. Every sequel is just the worst kind of sequel tripe, though. Shadow says, I'll give Toy Story 5 an honest chance. Land Before Time was my childhood favorite movie. Don't blame you. It's an incredible movie. Really something if you can see it in theaters. Fuck! They take off so much goddamn health! Alex says, gosh, I'm almost annoying. I'm almost a young adult, and now I know there is more than one Toy Story. Well, I guess you have some new curiosities to check out at some point. Shadows is one of them. Phil says, I hated Toy Story 4. I will not be giving 5 any of my time. I actually haven't seen Toy Story 4, to be honest. That's, what did that new one introduce? Like a fork or something? I think that's the one I haven't seen. Is that 4? Shadow says, Woody and Bo Peep reunited in Toy Story 4, though. It's decent. Okay, yeah, that's definitely part of the one that I didn't see yet. So yeah, 3 was the last one that I saw. So for me, Toy Story's just a trilogy. Where 3 happens to be the weakest, but it's not necessarily a bad movie. Just not as good as the magic that preceded it. Okay, so we've got a key now. We've never had that before. Ned Beatty was Sam in the 1990s Captain America. If you haven't seen that version of Captain America, then congratulations. They tried to bury that movie. I haven't seen it, so I guess the attempt is working. Phil says, yeah, that's 4. You're missing nothing. Okay, good. Then I won't even bother writing myself a note to check it out at some point in the future. Which tangentially reminds me, Phil, I did finally get around to Meet the Feebles. Oh my god. What a great movie. Sarah says the fork was unnecessary. Oh, okay. I don't understand how the fork works. I just knew the fork was the thing. Or not, not the thing. He said, like, the point of the story, you know? One moment. Just gotta... There we go. There, that was making me crazy. Farrell says, Mad TV's take on Toy Story will always be my favorite Toy Story. I only scarcely remember that, but I do remember Mad TV. God, I think the last bit I can remember seeing from them that made me really laugh before they went off the air was they were doing another Terminator thing, but it was he'd gone back to protect Jesus from Judas. I thought it was really funny.
Pontius Pilate at 10 o'clock.
I wonder what the new Toy Story is going to be taking on. I suppose the last bridge they have to grapple with is iPads, so... yeah, that's probably next. Electronics. Woody versus electronics. This is not at all the place I need to be. How is it possible that I can lead myself to literally every other place except where I need to go? Stop killing Judas! Yes, Farrell, that's exactly the bit. That's exactly the bit. I love that one still. It makes me laugh. Phil says, I noticed the other day that the high-quality version of Feebles on YouTube got removed, so not sure where you might have watched it that wasn't VHS quality. Arr, matey! Mad TV. Hi, I'm Kenny Rogers, and welcome to Jackass. I love the Kenny Rogers bits on Jackass. Oh, so good. Love that I was like, I'm, such and such, and I'm Steve-O, and I'm Kenny Rogers. He comes barreling in like the fucking Kool-Aid man. Will Sasso is a gem. Andy's mom's vibrator, a completely different kind of Toy Story. I'm nearly positive that's been done on Robot Chicken, or a couple of variations on it. That's what you should be watching after Toy Story 3. Robot Chicken. That's the real Toy Story. Right. This part. There's got to be another part where... yeah, wasn't there more... I suppose there's dudes. As long as they're yielding clips. Oh, that's the dog food making that sound. Sarah says, yeah, I think Robot Chicken did it. I know they've done a bunch of Toy Story bits. One that I resaw recently, like Buzz is doing Bo Peep and Woody comes in and he's like, what the hell? And she's like, you've got a friend in me? Robot Chicken is a comfort show. It is. It really is. It's also like ADHD, the show. It's so wonderful. The funniest it's ever been, though, it was one of the earlier seasons that got me, but I had just seen the Bayformers movie Revenge of the Fallen. And the Robot Chicken bit that came up after that was that night, after getting back from seeing that movie was like, Michael Bay presents Explosions! Explosions by Michael Bay! Me must blue! I thought I was gonna die of laughter. I literally was like gasping for air. I rolled off the couch and roommates upstairs are like, did you die? Are you okay down there? Phil says, glad you finally got to Feebles, since I already got you to watch Bad Taste, since I know you've seen Brain Dead. That makes the best Peter Jackson trilogy complete. You're absolutely correct. Every one of those movies has aged like wine. And thankfully, they haven't been re-released and re-updated with enhanced, finagled something or other, like what's happened to his Lord of the Rings movies. How they dumbed down the special effects in the newest releases so that it matches the crappy look of the Hobbit movies. Boy, that boils my potato. Alex says, oh, I love and hate Robot Chicken so much. Well, it's easy to see why you would love it, but why would you dislike Robot Chicken? It's such a source of infinite laughter. Phil says, I take it you've seen The Frighteners. Oh my god, yes. That was one of my favorite movies as a teenager. Love that. Michael J. Fox and death tearing around. And fucking, was that Gary Busey or his kid? But either way, I love that movie. Love it so much. Sarah says, Brain Dead is a favorite. It ought to be. It's one of the best zombie movies ever made. Maybe I just take the key and leave this area. We might actually finish this level this time. Does it stick it in a stew as well? It might as well. Maybe that's where they got this new bad color grading I don't like. I treasure my older versions in my shelf, is what I'm saying. Pry them from my cold dead hands. Gold hands. Look closer, Lenny. Oh, I also loved about the Frighteners how they got that Full Metal Jacket guy guarding the grave. Holy Jesus! Frank Bannister! What was that thing he called him I loved? I wanted to see it in Ghostbusters. Come on, what did he call Frank? No, get back here, you grabastic blob of teleplasmic shit! God, such a good line. Carnivorous says, for some reason, Frighteners and Predator 2 are connected in my brain. That's a really interesting connection. I just rewatched Predator 2 recently last night. I can't say I see the Frighteners connection, I gotta say. Interesting. Sarah says that lawnmower scene is epic. Oh my god, in the lobby, that... every scene is so epic. Like that graveyard ass whooping. I kick ass for the Lord. But that lawnmower, it's just... It's like, how much blood is in this scene? Yes. All of it. Just all of it. And then later, once everyone's shredded and the guts come back to life and they're grooming themselves in the mirror. God, that movie is just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Alex says, the old robot chicken left a stain on my 9-year-old mind. That's where the hate part ends. Okay. Oh yeah, how do you feel about the new Predator movie? Haven't seen it yet. Haven't seen it yet. It's on my list. I need to see that. And I need to see Killer of Killers, but I haven't seen it yet. So, I don't know. Once I do see it, I will definitely let everyone know how I feel about that. Phil says the lawnmower scene, the priest scene, and the baby beatdown scene. Yes! Where the baby's crawling towards other babies trying to eat them, and he's smashing the zombie baby off the side of a swing set. And all the other parents are like, the fuck's going on here? Oh my god. What an amazing movie. Carnivorous asks, was that R. Lee Emery in The Frighteners? Yep, that's him. 100%. And he just runs away with every scene he's in. I love that man. Yeah, that's R. Lee. All of it and more. Yeah, exactly. God, his whole early catalog is just diamonds. Utter diamonds. Wait a minute. This is where that first key was. We don't need the health. We are so close. Wasn't the key up here? Phil says it's that drunk homeless guy who's cheering that makes that scene. Yes, across the street. He's like, ah, fucking Peter. Oh, that needs to be in like everybody's library. It's the best zombie movie ever made. Oh shit. Carnivore says, we just watched Predators last night. Adrian Brody kicks ass in that one. I don't understand why that one wasn't well received. I received that one perfectly well. I understand that it wasn't well received by and large, but, you know, I'm with you. I saw it in theaters when it launched, and I liked it. I had a great time with it. I liked it so much, I bought it. It's in my shelf. I cannot say the same for The Predator. Like, that... I don't understand people who say Predator 2 is a bad movie when The Predator exists. Awful. Awful movie. Even like ADP Requiem is a better Predator movie than The Predator. So much nonsense in that movie. Like how that kid having autism meant that he could read the Yautja language. That's not how autism works. Stupid, stupid movie. Oh yeah, and operate its technology too. Because that's definitely how that works. Jeez, only one hit and I'm already down to 68. I also love the different variety of the Predators that we see in Predators. Like that one that gets in the sword fight with that Japanese dude. Awesome. Pure awesome. Alex is not gonna lie, the Mega Predator was kind of a bum. Yeah, he was. Straight up. One among many things that I found just irredeemably stupid about that movie. Phil says, fun fact, in Peter Jackson's Kong movie, in the ship there's a crate for the Sumatran rat monkey? Seriously? Oh my god. That is a brilliant Easter egg. Brilliant Easter egg. Alex says, I wished he was, what's the word? Fucking smart? Yeah, right? Like that part where he's clearly understanding the language spoken to him, right? And he's supposed to be on a mission to seek help, right? So then when the scientists offer it to him, and then he proceeds to kill everybody in the lab, it's like, okay, you are not smart. You are not smart at all. Alex says, but hey, to be a Yautja, you need to be autistic. That's what the movie implies. God, awful. Awful movie. Nobody should watch it, ever. Yay, we finally got past, and I still don't understand how this works, but... P. Oh. There's that ominous music. Ooh, are we gonna get another boss battle? Are we getting Dr. Schaubs? Alex says, but the feral predator. Loved him until the end. And the ending was ass. Yeah, there's not enough redeemable moments to string together something watchable. Like, by the time I was done, I was just pissed off that I wasted my time. It's not one of those movies that's, like, so bad, you're like, oh my god, you gotta see this. And, you know, you can share a bad time with somebody. But this was just, like, bad. Bad, bad, bad. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Dr. Scobbs' level. It would be especially nice if I could have a stronger gun. Oh, you're just gonna make me fight him. Not arming me to the teeth at all. At least I still have some bullets. I like how he's throwing exploding syringes. They really do just blow the fuck up. Oh wow, it was finally game over. Damn. Alex says, no, I'm talking about Prey, the better Predator movie compared to that 2018 wet noodle. Oh, yeah, Prey was good. Prey put a smile on my face. We can do a couple levels from the PC campaign. Those I know well enough to Death Incarnate play, though. Yeah, Prey was definitely good stuff. What? Did the game just reset? I think it did. Hello? Goddamn 3DO. It's still in better health than my Xbox. Somebody explain that to me. Alright. Escape from Wolfenstein. Death Incarnate. Carnivorous' Prey was real good. I agree. I was just glazing it. It shocked me how good it was. I mean, especially after a movie like The Predator. Like, okay, there's no way you can convince me to have a good time with a Predator film unless it's an older one now. But then Prey comes out. And it's like, oh crap, this is actually really good. I hear such conflicting stuff about the new movie. Like, one of my friends says it was pretty damn good. And another one's like, this is the worst movie since Shane Black's The Predator. Like, that's quite a gulf. I clearly need to cross it myself. Just the way we remember it from the PC original. Again, that's why this port is so amazing. And superior to the PC original. A hill I will continue to fight on. And beg Night Dive to remaster. Sarah says, I loved Prey. Excellent. It's a good movie. I recommend people see it. Phil says, I'm surprised that the Hollywood nostalgia regurgitation machine hasn't come for Species yet. Only bringing that up because I remember watching Species and Predator 2 at a double feature at a friend's. You know what? I never once thought about that. And you're right, though. It is incredible. But of course, now that we've spoken the words aloud, I'm sure we can expect a reboot soon. Species and Predator 2. That's a pretty good double feature flick. They go well together. Alex says, he's the only Predator which I understood as berserk-like nature. Fair enough. Because you want to tell me these guys made space travel possible but are still acting like ancient Romans fight like berserkers with no brain cells in sight? Like, that's something that I often wonder about them. Was like, we only ever seem to see, like, the warrior cast of the Yautja, but they need scientists or something, right? Because these ships have to get off the ground somewhere. This weapons tech comes from somewhere. And surely not all of it is stolen. Obviously, some of it is earned, taken as trophies. Like, you know, the pistol that was taken and then given to Danny Glover at the end of Predator 2. Farrell says, live, love, pray. Now that would make a good banner. You'd have to have the right logo in there, but yes. That is an appropriate variation of that kitchen sign. Carnivorous says, I think you guys are forgetting a key part of species that might make it problematic in today's climate. I mean, probably. I frequently forget about a lot of things. Because I stick so largely to old entertainment. New stuff frequently leaves an ill taste in my mouth. Not that I'm unwilling to give it a chance. Sometimes it's very necessary to. Alex says, maybe because all the brain and true power goes to women in their species, as we never saw one. That's true, we've never seen one on screen. We might have seen one in the comics? I don't know. I'd actually have to double check that before I, you know, go with that. Lord knows I haven't read all the comics, so, you know, I'd have to trust a source for that. They're mostly in the highest of ranks. That's what I understand. Sarah says, eat, pray, love? Maybe. That'd be an interesting, like, if you could put that, like, a triad of movies to make up that sign. There's so many different cool ones you could use for eat. You could have, like, Jaws, The Deadly Spawn, hell, even Tremors. Farrell, it's gotta be that Homer Arcade voice actor. It might be. It very well might be. Because, you know, voice actors were in pretty tight-knit circles back in. Because, see, now I'm starting to hear the Homer now that you bring it up. Phil says, not sure why. On the topic of 90s sci-fi action horror slop, I watched Deep Rising last night. Oh, that shark movie? I suppose that doesn't narrow it down at all. There was so many goddamn shark movies. I mean, what's this was stuff? Shark movies never stopped. We have, like, ghost sharks and avalanche sharks and sharknadoes, and we're truly living in a time of all time. Deep Rising, that's, is that the one with Steven Seagal? No, wait, that, not, I didn't mean Steven Seagal. I meant to say Samuel L. Jackson, but I immediately realized that isn't Deep Rising, that's Deep Blue Sea, isn't it? Or is he in both? God, it really could be anything. Carnivorous says, I went down the Predator lore rabbit hole. Didn't they inherit their technology from some other ancient dead race? It's been a long time, though. Maybe. It's been a long time since I bothered reading the lore. So maybe I need to start rereading some old comics and poring over some lore. Carnivorous says, I have Deep Rising in my TV stand right now. Oh. Phil says, that's not a shark movie. Deep Rising is the tentacles. Oh, okay. So the other one that I'm confusing this one with is a movie called Beast, which is another Peter Benchley book like Jaws, just adapted. But I'm pretty sure that was a straight-to-TV movie. I remember trying to read Beast. I had it at some point, but then I realized, like, 10 chapters in, I'm like, this is Jaws with an octopus. It's the exact same story with the same beats.
All right.
tentacle beasts on a cruise ship. Well, maybe I need to watch that again.
Yeah!
I can think of worse ways to kill an evening than a 90s action romp. Oh yeah, straight to that secret level. I mean, to that end, I recently introduced the missus to Steven Seagal. And her first Steven Seagal experience was on deadly ground. It's been a while since I've laughed that long and hard. God, his movies are so unhinged. I keep thinking there's a dog in the room, but it's not. It's me picking up the dog food and then barking like a dog. It's interesting, this texture change, because in the original PC version, this texture is a predominantly purple kind of rock, instead of this kind of rock tile we've got going on here. The level's still identical, though. Admittedly, this one is a lot easier to read as rock. The texture in the original version is just kind of like, it's purple. Purple's a fruit. We're in a purple dungeon. At least we actually have some bullets now. Oh no! Okay, I thought there were like 4 people, even though I only heard 2. For some reason, I remember 4 being in this corridor. Go away, Homer! You're not in the right game! Now I'm half expecting some bosses from the Simpsons arcade to start rolling up, since, you know, we've got mech suits in here if we play the right episode. Oh my god, am I already at 5% health? Again, the HUD face is not doing the lifting I'm normally used to. I should look a lot worse for 5% health. Sorry, Homer. Mecha Burns. Exactly, Phil. Like, Mecha Burns could show up with Mecha Hitler. Maybe that was the place I was thinking of with 4. Oh, I could use some health, big bad. Never says it does sound exactly like Homer. It does. Like, I really think it's just a German Homer. Mecha Boo Earns. Boo Earns! I was saying Boo Earns. I'm pretty sure there's medkits in there. All right, but I lack a key. Of course I do. Well, at least now we're somewhat alive. Now, where did I miss that key? Excellent. Gotta have that floor chicken to survive. Words Simon Belmont lives by. I'm not actually positive where I'm going. I'm just trusting my muscle memory. This feels right. Did you hide a key in the secret? Like some kind of Final Doom level? Can't remember what map did that, but I was very salty at it. Is there really no key this way? That doesn't seem right. Where is it? Thank God the circle strafing is still possible. And that's going to come in very handy in the next game. Oh, okay, that's actually dogs and not just dog food. Maybe the key is this way. Ow, ow. Suppose, don't pay attention, they'll wallop you down. So many German Homers. There's Homer. There's Homer. That's Homer too. That feels fairly key-like. Oh yeah, that's the other thing that wasn't really a case. I'm not getting any red flashes indicating to me that I'm actually taking hits. Which is how I'm already at 37% health. I'm not registering half of the hits that... 19! 19! Not registering half the hits that I'm taking. So here I am just tearing around like Nonchalanto. The indestructible robot. Kids today won't get the postal worker joke at the end of that bit. That's true. That's very true. How would anyone recognize our postal workers lately, given how much and often they've been on strike? Daddy, what's a mail service? Well, we used to have that, Bimmy. That was a homer. Oh man, only 11 bullets, even if I do get back to the exit, which I think I'm now on my way back to? The fuck am I gonna be doing? Still love how readily he had that Uzi though. Like that dude was ready to roll. Wait, no. It's here somewhere. It's here somewhere. Of this, I am positive. Wait. Aha! You had bullets. It was only 5, but every little bit counts. Are you gonna lead me? No. Yes. Yes, this feels right. Yes, here's the doors. Here's the doors. And here's probably death at 16 bullets. Oh. You mean there was ammo and health here the whole time? Ironic. Line up, Hans and Franz, single file, Fritz, you too. Alex says, Postal. I've never seen it, but I love Postal Dude. He's a fairly memorable character. Do you want to sign my petition? I think that should do it for this level. Ah! Homer, why? Two homers. Almost totally bereft of ammo. All right. I still don't understand how this save works or doesn't. And I don't think I ever will. Okay, so what we're going to do right now, since we've done the secret level, we've done a good deal of console levels, I think we've glazed enough about this Wolfenstein port, and it's time for me to take a quick break, get some lunch into me. But after that, we'll be back as quickly as possible. But we are going to be continuing the 3DO outpouring in respect for Miss Heineman by playing the 3DO version of Doom. We started with the very best port, and we're going to go into the most infamous port. Buckle up for the slideshow. And you will soon see that I am not actually exaggerating when I describe it that way. Or will it be your living family members? Well, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? All right, everybody. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be back shortly, and we will return with the most infamous port of Doom for the 3DO. Stay tuned, everybody.